This morning, the desperate search for answers in Mississippi after the death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, authorities recovering a body believed to be the teen. Investigators and volunteers from the Cajun Navy spent the weekend urgently searching for Wells after he vanished from Horn Island on July 4th.
Nolan Wells was on a boat. He left from a private dock area in the Ocean Springs area and proceeded with his friends to Horn Island.
Nolan Wells was just 18 years old when his body was found. His mother posted this video on TikTok just one day ago, asking for help locating her son. This is a heartbreaking story that leaves us with way more questions than answers. Online,
I'm not buying the "we thought he caught another ride" BS. I'm not doing it. He came with y'all, he should have left with y'all. Y'all also had his phone too, so make that make sense. Of course, here comes people saying, oh, it's not about race. No, but it is. Why is it the fact that the one black teen that went out with a whole bunch of white boys is the only one to show up deceased? For these white friends of his to say that they don't know what happened to him and they can't remember is a little off-putting. I'm not buying anything that they're selling.
My mama always told me if you the only birthday candle at the birthday party, 9 times out of 10 you ain't there for the party and you there as the present. My mama always told me, if you the only birthday candle at the birthday party, you not there for the birthday party, you there to be the present. Nolan Wells and this whole entire thing down there in Mississippi look fishy. One of the boys' mama is a judge down there. Don't nobody know what happened. Now all of a sudden, a body's been found to presume to be his. His mama, Nolan Wells, is online saying she want answers, which means she crying out to the world because she don't believe nothing Mississippi say, which she shouldn't.
now look, many are weighing in online, but then there was this. Take a look. Here's what we know. Wells, 18, had been celebrating with friends on Horn Island. He was last seen at 3 p.m. with Cajun Navy Incident Commander Josh Gill claiming that he was, quote, hanging out with a girl. He did not return on the same boat as his group of friends. There were many agencies that were searching for Wells, including the Coast Guard, Department of Marine Resources, and Gulf Islands National Seashore. At this juncture, authorities said they suspect Wells drowned, but are still investigating. There are certainly a ton of chatters, a ton of people through various social media platforms, basically questioning the motives at play. Now, locally, Josh Ledbetter, Jackson County Sheriff, told ABC News, and I do quote, "The friends left Horn Island and went back without Nolan. From what we understand, he chose to stay there." Some users are even comparing Nolan's situation to this.
Pamela Horsford was at a birthday party and she was the only person of color amongst her friends. She was a wife and a mother of 5, and she was found dead in her friend's front yard. Her friends told law enforcement that she fell off of the balcony, presumably drunk, and just died. The friends were never formally questioned, and medical examiners ruled it death by suicide. And to this day, Tamla has never received any justice. Nolan Xavier Wells, only 18 years old, went on a boat on the 4th of July with his friends. He was the only person of color within his friend group. Nolan was also the only person to not make it back to land. His friends claim that he just vanished and they don't remember or know anything that happened. But park rangers found Nolan's body on the northern west tip of Horns Island where they were boating. 2 people of color who have suspiciously died while being the only person of color within their friend group. I want to know what really happened on that boat.
Meanwhile, Nolan's mother would issue the following statement on Facebook. "I want to thank our family, friends, community, United Cajun Navy, local law enforcement, and everyone involved for all the love, support, resources over the last few days. His father, Elmore Wansley, our family, friends, and I are absolutely devastated. My heart is broken for our sweet son, who was always willing to cheer and uplift others. Nolan was a special soul. God took his time creating our son. I ask that you all please give me and my family privacy as we grieve. Thank you all again. God bless. So there are two different stories at play here, and I'm going to read them to you. Okay, the first is from the Mississippi Free Press, who printed, "The cause of death is unknown." ABC News then wrote in their article, authorities said they suspect Wells drowned, but are still investigating. Elijah Horowitz Ranch put in their piece, Wells would have turned 19 years old next month when he was also set to return to Southwest Mississippi Community College to practice for the football season. Wells was a wideout for the SMCC Bears. His school's president would then take to Instagram and release the following statement. The entire Southwest family is heartbroken as we mourn the tragic loss of Nolan Wells. Nolan was an exemplary student, athlete, friend, and teammate. We remember Nolan as a well-respected young man who was very popular among friends, faculty, and staff. We loved Nolan, and he will be greatly missed in many ways. We should also mention how anyone, if they wish, can help the family through this incredibly difficult time. A GoFundMe has been launched by a family friend, they wrote on the page. As we begin the painful journey of laying Nolan to rest, we are asking for help to ease the financial burden placed on our family. Funds raised will be used for funeral and memorial expenses, celebration of life services, and any additional costs associated with honoring Nolan's memory. Any remaining funds will help support the family as they navigate the difficult days ahead. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Let's not beat around the bush about it.